Welcome. Today, I'm going to teach you the number one tip. Every successful salesperson, every successful business person, you're talking Hormozy, you're talking Tate, you're talking Grant Cardone, all of these people, they all use this very, very, very simple tip, and it helps them skyrocket their sales, helps them skyrocket their brands, and just overall helps them in every facet of their life. Okay, so as young men and people obviously growing up with these big aspirations and big ambitions, a big majority of our life is going to be centered around creating freedom, creating systems, making a lot of money. Okay, what else are we going to do with our primary resource of life? So, number one tip, right, for sales. Sales, obviously, if you're going to do business, sales is going to be a massive, massive part of your life because how else are you going to generate money? You're always going to be selling yourself or you're going to be selling a product, okay? Each of them are equally as important. And number one thing you need to learn about sales is people buy the person. They don't necessarily buy the product. Obviously, if you put two different people there, and um, didn't align with that certain person, but it was still the same product, and the product was very good. I don't think the person would buy from someone they didn't like. But you have to be likable, and you have to be funny and witty, and just present yourself in the right manner. Okay, for anyone to buy anything from you. So, running a sales agency myself and being in the sales game for quite some time, this is a very simple analogy I've made just to portray how simple sales can be if you just follow this. Okay, you don't even need to be that good at different techniques or whatever. If you literally stick to these three things I'm going to tell you, your life will become 10 times easier. So I was out in the field one day with some of my team, and it just came to me because my team members, he was lacking a bit. He was lacking a bit of confidence, and then I kind of deduced that from that from your confidence stems everything else. Okay, conviction and tonality, they're all inexplicably linked. So I just randomly splitted this out: CCT, confidence, conviction, tonality, and I'm going to take you through just how important it is. So first of all, you need to know that sales is an energy transfer. You need to be coming across as somebody that the customer can trust. Okay, so even me, look at me, I've got a buzz cut, I've got a beard. I don't look like your average John that's gonna go rock up to anybody. Like I'm not. I'm not trying to. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, but some people might be scared. Some people might be intimidated. Some people might just think I look like a bit of a hoodlum. Obviously, when you get to know me or whatever, that's not who I am. However, you need to think to yourself, how are you going to be portrayed? And you need to adjust your energy to align with whichever customer or whoever it is you're speaking to. So I want you to think to yourself really quickly, who would you trust? Let's just say you're doing door-to-door sales or you're hopping on a call. Who are you going to trust? Are you going to trust the guy coming to your door who's unsure about the product, who's stumbling over his words and speaking really monotone, like, "Hi, I'm just here for the solar panels and yeah, have you had like solar panels before, bruv? Who the hell is going to listen to this guy? No one. And if you do listen to that guy, you're an idiot because humans inherently are going to trust the people who are more brash, who are more outgoing, who seem like the expert. Okay, and that's perfectly fine. If anyone was going to come to me to solve my problem, I'd expect genuine competence out of them. So obviously, you'd opt for the guy who's enthusiastic, who's sold on the product, and speaking with an engaging tone of voice. Okay, so once you get these points down, your sales are going to skyrocket. Okay, so obviously, I've touched on this already. But confidence is a necessity in sales. You master confidence, and you're going to navigate life so much easier. Not just in sales. Like let's put money aside. Obviously, if you want to go speak to that girl, you need to be good at you need to have good confidence. You want to tell your family your dreams and ambitions, you need to do it with confidence. If you're gonna even like little things like family, like say there's little kids, you got cousins, you got kids, you got whatever, you need to portray yourself with confidence so these people look up to you. Confidence is a basic necessity in life as a man. The only thing that you have control over is your mind, and you'll only put yourself at an advantage by believing that you are the man. So you need to act accordingly. Very wise man once said, your life will never be worse off by believing that you are the man. There's nothing that you can't do if you put your mind to it. Okay, so especially in sales, right? This is sales only, but I like to say it's better to ask for forgiveness than seek permission. So if someone rocks up to you and they're telling you about how amazing this thing is, you're gonna want them to say it with supreme confidence, okay? And you shouldn't be afraid to push the gun and push boundaries by asking the inquisitive questions and to advance forward in the sale. This is something that in sales people are very shy to do initially. They don't want to push too hard. They don't want to feel like they're pushing too many boundaries. Okay, and that's when you first started off. I agree. It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to learn, and you need to be able to push through that. But this is what's going to ultimately help you become better. So when you're starting out in sales, you need to be asking them difficult questions. For example, in my agency, door to door, work on a government's free boiler replacement scheme. It's a government grant for home improvements. We have to ask customers if they qualify under some routes, so if they have like health conditions or something, we need to ask them about that. When I was new, I wanted the people to just slam the door in my face, so I didn't have to go through that awkward stage of asking, "Oh, do you have asthma? Do you have high blood pressure? Oh, can I see a prescription slip?" I was too scared to ask, but then you have to just force yourself to do it because you're never going to succeed with that, okay? Without trying. So if you come to the door with the bulletproof confidence, the customer is going to trust you more, and as a result, you're way more likely to get the sale. They respect the guy that has the balls to do it because you're coming as the authority. They're supposed to trust you enough to go ahead with the sale, to go ahead with the sale with you, okay? They're always going to pick the confident guy over the unconfident guy. So like I said, confidence is an easy fix. It comes from competence. So, and what does competence come from? One, experience, and two, preparation. So, the more doors you knock, the more people you speak to, and the more you develop your knowledge, the more confident you are going to be, and the more money you make. Okay. So, the person that plays football 5 times a week is going to be more confident of football than someone who doesn't. Okay. The person that hits the gym 5 times a week is going to know more about the gym and therefore is going to be more competent in the gym and more confident than someone who doesn't. Okay. And this works for everything in life and also sales. Okay. So always make sure you're prepared, read up on your product knowledge, and at a certain point, you will be able to sell anything. If you just know like the bare bones of what something is, your confidence will help you talk. Like, bruv, when I first started sales, I couldn't talk like this. Right now, I've just talked straight off the bat. And look at the video is already at 7 minutes long. I can't make it shorter because I get so many new ideas, and you just become a more effective communicator. Okay, so confidence comes from competence, and competence can come from preparation and experience. So keep that in mind. Okay, so now we're going on to the next link, which is conviction. Conviction also it sounds like it's kind of like confidence. Okay, but conviction. Think about a time when a friend has been trying to persuade you to do something. Is it when they've been 50-50? Like, oh yeah, well, I mean, we could go to the park today. Yeah. I don't know. Depends. Depends what you think, bro. What? Who wants to go to the park with you if you're going to talk like this? Or is it when they're like, "Oh, bro, let's go to the park. Weather's sick. Oh, we'll go play some football. Oh, we get some nice food. Oh, we could even do a barbecue. Oh my, oh, this guy's gonna be there. This guy's gonna be there. Oh, sick. Right, let me just send some messages out. Let's all go to the park." Obviously, the latter, because their enthusiasm and their conviction is going to rub off on you, which leads back to what? Point number one: sales is an energy transfer. Okay, so when you're speaking with raw conviction, you everything else adjusts itself. Okay, so this is where confidence and conviction are very, very similar. If you're convicted in a product, then you're going to speak about it with confidence, right? And then in effect, your customer's going to feel that energy and they are going to then be sold. They're like, right, why is this guy so sold on what he's talking about? Surely there must be something good about this. Someone rocks up to your door, they're like, no, believe me, like this is the thing for you. You come with that energy and you're there to genuinely help them. And there's no like weakness in your frame to suggest that what you're doing wouldn't benefit them. Then why would they not trust you? Okay. So the more sold you are on something, the better you will sell it. This is a universal law of sales. So conviction will fix everything else. Being fully convicted in the service you're providing eliminates all doubts from the customer, allows them to see the light. So if you believe it, they will genuinely believe it too, and that or your energy will radiate onto them. Okay. And now, what do you think the next point I'm going to talk about is? Correct. Tonality. So if you could just tell, just from this video alone, my tone's been going up and down. I've been getting excited. I've been doing this, this, because I'm genuinely convicted in what I'm saying. This has worked for me in sales. This has worked for all of my team in sales. And excuse me, but it's just bare bones necessity. Okay, so people will come to you. They'll tell you to do all this, all these different techniques. Like, yeah, you need to get this many yeses out of the customer. Yeah, you need to do this. Yes, you need to do that. That is completely right. That's completely right. Sales is a bit of an art, and it can always be worked on. Okay, but when you just fix the basic things like confidence and conviction, your tonality is then going to follow. So your tone will reflect your enthusiasm and your conviction about the product or service you're providing. You can adjust your tone at different points throughout the interaction when you're engaging with different customers. So, for example, if I'm talking to Barbara, 70-year-old Barbara, Barbara might be a bit hard of hearing, and Barbara might not like me talking the way I've just been talking to you guys on the camera, all excited and all this kind of stuff. She'd be like, "Bro, I'm 70. I can't be bothered with this." Okay. So the way that I'm going to talk to Barbara is going to be a lot more slow, and this is still only if I'm convicted and confident in the product, because then I know that I have the ability to be able to do these things. So I'll be like, right, yeah, well, hiya, Barbara. Yeah, I'm just qualifying for the government's free boiler replacement grant. A lot of people in your area have been qualifying under the NHS route. Do you happen to have any health conditions at all? Like, your tone will vary from up to down to soft to confused, and you're going to speak to people in a different manner. So when you speak to younger customers, for example, the way I've been speaking to you guys on this, I will be more upbeat. Hi, mate, you're right. Just qualifying for the government's free boiler replacement grant. So I take it you're the homeowner. Boom. Like that. Okay? So when you're asking consultative questions, like I said about the whole prescription slip health condition things, you're asking a concerned or curious tone. So do you happen to have any health conditions at all? And when you close him, you want to do it in an assertive tone because you are the authority and you don't want to give them any reason to not trust in you and not believe in you. Okay? So when it comes to the close, it's like, all right, yeah, the application, it takes about 2 minutes. Do you want to do it here or pop inside? Assertive, boom, bosh. Where are you going to get that assertive tone from? Confidence. How are you going to follow through on that? Conviction. Okay? Does this make sense? I hope this makes sense. But yeah, that's the bare bones of it. So the confidence, the conviction, and tonality are all inexplicably linked. You fix your conviction, to be honest, because conviction comes with preparation as well. If you read up on something, read up on all its benefits. For example, like think about all these religious people. Think about Muslims like myself. Think about Christians. Why are these people all so good at selling their religion? Why are they all these guys haven't had any sales training. However, they'll go out to these stands and they'll have these debates and whatnot. These guys haven't learned sales. They are just genuinely convicted in what they are saying. And they talk with such passion and enthusiasm and energy and in such thought-provoking ways that people end up listening to them. And some people will convert to the religion. Alhamdulillah. Because they genuinely know what they're talking about. And they have a genuine vested interest in helping people see the light. And that's another thing with the sales. When you have conviction in something, you genuinely know how beneficial it will be to the customer. So in that regard, why would you want them to miss out? Like, this is such a good opportunity. And when you come with that energy that you're just helping people, that is insane, bruv. Like, that is levels. Because then you don't have commission breath. You're genuinely doing it. You're just trying to translate the ideas in your head onto them. And there's no way that they won't believe that. And if they don't, then that's fine, because sales is a number game. You still keep your confidence, conviction, tonality, move on to the next person. Okay? So, conviction, preparation, experience, Confidence comes from those two things, and the tonality comes from having the confidence and the conviction to express yourself in that manner. Okay, hope that made sense, and just use the tips that I've said. Let me know how you get on, and hopefully this skyrockets your sales. All right, bosh. Bro, how do I end this video?
Brother Brad's gonna get detained from the...
Bro,